The moment you were born, every single planet, every single star was in a unique position that only occurred the moment you were born, because things are constantly moving, things are constantly changing, and that is your birth chart. And throughout thousands of years, the concept of astrology has only become expanded and has been studied and has persisted throughout time. It is not nothing to me for anything to stand the test of time. There is some truth to anything that can stand the test of time, to exist, to persist, and to continue to influence human thought, consciousness, and discourse. It is significant. And with that, it deserves some due diligence in exploration. Don't knock it till you try it. So let's try it. I'm using this app called Astronora. There are a couple apps, astrology, that I'm willing to put my stamp of approval on. One of them is called the Patterns app. It's rival to CoStar. They do a good job of making like little summaries. I'll make another full depth video going over some of the better ones. This one was interesting because it said, have AI be your personal astrologist. And I'm like, well, I don't have any money for an astrologist. But I got like, I think it was like $12 for the month to ask like 40 questions. I'm like, I got $12, I can do that. So I said, looking at Britney Spears' chart, is there any overlap between my chart in this lifetime or any past lifetime? From the consensus of what I've been reading about astrology, we live hundreds, maybe thousands of lives, constantly going through these cycles of rebirth, death, rebirth, with the goal of essentially enlightenment. That to join the collective consciousness, that is the universe, which some people may prophesize is just a deity and we are all a small molecule of that on another date. That we're constantly trying to better ourselves, be at one with ourselves. So, if I've lived 1,000 lifetimes that I don't remember, in this hypothetical, they would show. So certain people in your life, you have karmic links and karmic ties, and you enter into contracts with them before you come into existence in an effort to continue to grow and change and progress together. You enter into these soul contracts with them. Not soul train, soul contract. And you agree to have your paths kind of align, have that synergy for a bit. I don't think it'd be the craziest thing in the world. So AI said, let's dive into the synastry, which is a new word I've learned, between your chart and Britney Spears's to explore the astrological influences and potential connections. I found this to have a lot of synchronicities. Firstly, your Aquarius midheaven forms a tight trine with her Libra Saturn, with an orb of just 0.11 degrees. This suggests a harmonious and stabilizing influence on your career and public life, likely bringing structure and discipline. Her Saturn's influence could provide you with a sense of responsibility and maturity in your professional endeavors. That kind of seems on the nose right now. I don't know about you, but actually, yeah, I was just making TikTok videos prior to that video going viral. I was trying to do a bunch of those face filters, hoping, yeah, this will do it. It's like so little work. And like I started getting to this Britney Spears stuff, and I was like, they need to know. They need to know. So I started with the series of, here's all the sus people in her life. And then I went on to realizing people didn't really understand deepfake technology. I'm like, well, they need to learn about deepfake. So then I did a bunch of deepfake videos. And then I realized that a lot of people didn't realize how normal-place or how easy it would be to fake a human being. So I started a series called How to Make Fake Britneys. And then a lot of people started saying, it's not AI. There were so many comments that I was like, I need to do another series going through frame by frame. And that's how the frame by frame series started. Yeah, I guess she did bring structure and discipline. Otherwise, I actually never knew what content to make. And then after I started making Britney Spears videos, I actually felt like overwhelmed. Like I was like a teacher who was behind on the whatever the curriculum was because state testing just took too much fucking time. Similarly, her Sagittarius Mercury is in sextile with your Aquarius Saturn. Orb, 0.22 degrees. I don't actually know what most of this means, by the way. I have some idea, but just FYI. This aspect facilitates open and effective communication, emphasizing intellectual synergy. You both could learn a lot from each other, particularly in philosophical or abstract discussion, fostering a supportive mental connection. We've never met, so I don't know, but it seems like I think should be cool. This is what got me. A significant aspect is her Capricorn Venus conjunct your Capricorn North Node, or 0.52 degrees. This conjunction indicates that her values, love, and affection align with your life's path and karmic direction. It suggests a deeply meaningful relationship where she could play a significant role in guiding you towards your destined growth. So, my destined growth, according to multiple different sites looking at astrology, I'm supposed to be original and different. My life works when I accept that I'm different. My other goal in this life is supposed to be creative. It's not to be mundane, because I would only have a conceptual way of thinking. I'm able to show others the value of thinking differently. And from looking at my rising sign and asking AI to put it all together, it seems like my life goal is to disseminate information. It's to process it, put it back out into the world, and educate. Which I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit, isn't that what I'm doing? I just thought that was interesting. Your destiny is to be creative and free and embody your youthful and playful side. You can turn concepts on their head and inspire others with your wit. Your values aren't mainstream. You seek higher truth and want to share your vision with others. Owning and expressing this idealistic, innovative side to the world in a career is how you'll feel the most fulfilled and make the best contribution. What's interesting to me is, so my midheaven is in Aquarius. The whole thing about Aquarius is kind of like notoriety, your professional, your public appearance. I didn't actually know any of this prior to like last week. So according to the Nebula app, my rising sign is Gemini. Gemini is associated with curiosity and interest in how things work. Resilience and adaptability are your assets. It leads to a segmentation of interest. Basically, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, which I am. If they have many options, they don't like to choose only one thing. Their purpose is to broadcast and propagate information. Interesting, right? With the sign of Aquarius in the 10th house, you must be ready to take chances in your career. Aquarius influence in the 10th house indicates original and innovative approach to your career and life's work. Your goals are apt to be stated in advance, and your aim will be achievements in creating publicly useful results. The midheaven is your social status. Symbol one's urge to become respected, signifies social status, career prominence, honor, fame. I only make these videos because I think they might be useful. Kind of creepy, huh? I asked AI, what's my life's purpose then? They said, there's potential for intense emotional experiences related to your daily routine and service to others. Basically, my Saturn moon points to deep emotional insight and a strong need for meaningful work, which is actually funny because that came up in therapy, and I said, I like to do things that I know are useful, that have meaning. So I don't put these videos out for shits and giggles. I think that they contribute to something probably bigger than me. And I told him I don't like mundane work, like being a paper pusher. So I'd like for whatever I did to matter. Then Mercury and Aries, your ability to articulate innovative ideas and motivate others is a significant strength. Then the North Node, which is supposed to be your karmic like goals, like do this and like, you get to live less and become part of like, the collective and shit. There's a journey towards developing structures and frameworks related to shared resources, psychological insights, or metaphysical pursuits. Taken together, there's indication that building long-term goals and philosophies can bring you personal fulfillment. And there's a need for me to emphasize blending everything with some spiritual aspects. My chart says combining deep emotional insights with practical strategies may allow for profound personal communal growth. I need to find a balance. While there are aspects and placements highlighting significant connections in this lifetime involving the North Node, Britney Spears' Capricorn Venus conjunct your North Node, there are hints of karmic ties, suggesting that you may have known each other in past lifetimes and have come together in this lifetime to fulfill specific karmic purposes and growth. Overall, this synastry points to profound and multifaceted connection that balances both harmonious and challenging dynamics, fostering growth and mutual understanding. I asked them, like, okay, then what the fuck are my like natural fucking talents so I can, do this? Creativity and artistic talent, communication skills, intuitive and healing abilities. I have a deep psychological understanding and strong emotional intuition and teaching. And my Jupiter in Leo, you likely have a talent for teaching and sharing knowledge and thinking outside the box. And then my intuition give a unique perspective on complex issues. So I might have a talent for research investigation that require deep transformative insight. These aspects placements suggest that you have a wide range of talents. Embracing these will help you navigate life and effectively find your fulfillment pursuit. Isn't that kind of fucking balls to the walls insane? Or is it just me?